everyone, it's Kim with the Basement Bunch Stampers. Today I want to showcase for you some of the new products that I made with some of the new items available during our annual celebration promotion. So starting February 21st, we have 3 new items that you can purchase with a $50 qualifying order from either our Occasions catalog or the annual catalog. And I'm going to showcase for you 2 of the products that I'm using in my cards today. One is this pretty Glimmer paper. You can pick this Glimmer paper. You get 4 pieces, 6x6 pieces of each of these 3 colors: Mint Macaron, Bermuda Bay, and Sweet Sugar Plum. That's going to be a huge hit, I think, during the remainder of celebration. So that is one additional item or new item you can pick. Another one is the Make a Medallion stamp set. And those are the 2 products that I'm featuring on my cards today that I'm going to show you. And I made one in all of the 3 different colors to show you the pretty variation you can get just by changing out the colors. So I'm going to actually walk you through how I made one of these cards. And my sample that I'm going to make for you today is going to be in the Bermuda Bay. So what I did is I first started with a piece of cardstock that was cut to 5 1/4 by 4. And I folded it in half. And I got a little bit of this card already assembled just to save a little bit of time. But then I did a white mat. I cut a white mat at 5 1/4 by 4. And what I embossed it with is the Elegant Lines, or Elegant Dots, I think. Elegant Dots embossing folder. And I did that in advance, so that's what the design is behind here. And then I cut a piece of 1 inch by 5 1/4 of the Designer Series paper from the Brights Collection Bermuda Bay Designer Series paper stack. And I did that on all the other cards as well. So that is the same design, just the different colors from the different packs of paper. And again, that is 1 inch by 5 1/4. And then I cut a piece of the Glimmer paper at a 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. And I'm just going to go ahead and adhere this right onto the card. I already have a little bit of fast fuse on that, so it should stick good. And then what I did is I already in advance did the white embossing powder. So all I did is I heat embossed the top image in with white embossing powder, and then I stamped the bottom image, because it coordinates with the top one, around the outer edge. And I want to share with you a little tip that I have taught my customers who struggle with lining up our stamps, an easy way in which you can get that to line right up. So what I tell them to do is, instead of actually putting the stamp set onto the block, I tell them to take the stamp set, or the stamp, and actually line it up right, without it being on a block, how they want it to go when they stamp. So that way it's stuck right there. They have it all lined up. And then I tell them just to bring their block and push it down, and then they have to remember though which is the top and which is the bottom. So when they put the stamp then into the ink and then stamp it, they know exactly which one's the top, which one's the bottom. But that is very easy for them to then be able to make sure they have it lined up right before they stamp. So just a little trick there that I wanted to share with all of you today. What I did then is I then cut out this shape with one of these stitched framelits, so that ran through the Big Shot, just like that. And then I also stamped the word friend in the middle. So I have one of my really good customers, there's the 3 choices, so you can stamp it with love, friend, or thanks. But one of my very good customers is going through breast cancer treatments, and it is my goal to send her a card a week between her and my daughter, because she's got a very special relationship with my daughter. So my goal is to give her a card in the mail once a week, and this is one of the cards that I'm going to be giving her in the coming weeks. So that's why I wanted to tailor it to friend. So back in my sample, I put a couple of dimensionals on the back of that. I cut one out in advance for you, and I went ahead and I put that down on the card right near the top. And then I cut a piece of Whisper White, 1 inch by 2 1/2. And what I used the Avant Garden, which is also a celebration offering, but I used the one that says thanks for being you, and I'm using the Bermuda Bay ink, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp that onto the piece here like that. And then I used my paper snips and I just cut a little the little banner piece out of it. And I find it's much easier to do this if you kind of eyeball up the center and then go in from side to side. It just works a little bit better for me. And then using Stampin' Dimensionals, I went ahead and glued this down to the card as well. And you'll notice that I got some extra space on the end of my banner, and that is for the embellishments that I am loving out of the catalog, out of the Occasions catalog, the ones called Falling in Love. I use them on everything, I think, but they're so sparkly and I really, really like them. So the only thing I've noticed is that when you use them without anything behind them, they don't really show up the greatest. You can see that it's not really showing up very good. So I used our 3/4 of an inch circle, punched out a Bermuda Bay Glimmer paper circle. And I'm going to adhere that down with some couple of glue dots onto the bottom of this, or the end of this banner. And then using glue dots as well, you put a one on that. And I put that right in the middle. Doesn't that just make that look so awesome? Just adds a little bit of pizzazz to that card. So that is the card I wanted to showcase for you today, using a couple of the new Celebration products. Again, you can pick these for free with any $50 qualifying order. Get them both by putting in a $100 order. I'll bring in the other two samples again so that you can see the different variation with the 3 cards. They're all the same, just different color. So I hope that this has encouraged you to get those products and start playing with them. I had a lot of fun designing these cards, and I would encourage you to make sure you sign up to receive all of my emails so you'll know when I have future projects that I post on YouTube as well as on my blog at kimsbasementbunch.com. There's a button that says join my mailing list, and I'd love to have you join. Thanks for stopping today, and I hope to see you all back soon. Have a great day. Bye.